Welcome back to South by East. We're here for another traffic report, and this is an intersection that I'm sure we have all been in the middle of, as this is one of the most watched events in America at this time. We'll be breaking down the big game today. So I am not a big sports fan, which is how you know how big this event here is, that I am here doing a 30-minute podcast on this event, man. John, what was hitting you from the big game this weekend?
Well, you know, every year the big game comes, and I am both elated and a little saddened because my whole TV schedule changes after the second weekend in February. And here's the deal. Because I am a church planner, different things of that nature, here's what I also know. I get excited from the ministry side of things because the stretch from after the big game all the way till the end of the school semester is the longest stretch of continuous Sundays we have without big breaks happening kind of in the ministry calendar. So I kind of like get geared up for that, but I'm kind of sad because now I have to wait and endure all of baseball season and to really start watching TV
America's
again.
favorite pastime.
Man, I mean, we're gonna have to go and see this on another episode. But man, like, it's just too many baseball games. All right, it's too many, right? And then here in the Kansas City area, we have like a tale of two cities. We have the best of all times with Mahomes, and then the worst of all times with the Royals. Man, so it's enduring that. But my Rescue Rangers, world champs. That's where we're going. So the big game though. One, I called it in the first half. Those who were watching with me, I called it, and I said, one, because the 49ers didn't put away and didn't really pull away after the bad first half by the Chiefs, I said, oh, they setting this hero narrative up for, this was like an episode of Naruto. I mean, I'm like, why are they setting this man up like this to be like this superstar? I'm like, this dude is about to go Super Saiyan on them, and they are setting this up. They're actually setting up this whole story.
They had the commentary too. I've never seen a team come back after being completely buried in the first half. If they don't score, there's just no hope. And then they get that one field goal right before the end of the half.
They acting like they didn't see Tom Brady come back on the Falcons from 28-3 in the third quarter. I'm like,
building the story.
Fam, I'm like, hey, fam, why are you up here building this phone booth for Superman?
They building the story, man.
I'm like,
that's being a good commentary. That's being a good commentator. That's it.
And they were just steady on like the Niners, like, oh, look at this. They had Joe Montana down there. Like, they showing pictures of Joe Montana. I'm like, man, this is about to be so bad.
Oh, man.
I'm like, they got Kelsey over here dive tackling Andy Reid on the sideline. People throwing helmets. I'm like, they are building. I'm like, you know, NFL films don't need any help creating. They're going to already put the music around this thing anyway. They don't need any help creating the drama around this video.
But your boy Brock, man, he was like, it's my year. He was putting it down.
Man, look at here. Look at here. I'm going to tell you something. There's certain players that you are not going to see them lose, that you're going to have to beat them.
Yeah.
That man, as he was mentioned in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, Touchdown Tommy, is one of them that you got to beat. Tom Brady is not going to lose. You got to beat him, right? Mr. Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He is one of them that is not going to lose.
You got to beat him.
You got to beat him. That man, Patrick Mahomes.
My homie.
He is another one that I'm telling you, if you leave in any window of hope, he next to the IRS and compound interest and the grace of God. You don't want to leave him no hope because that dude is going to come.
It's a powerful force.
He a powerful force.
That man ran through the middle and said, he looked like Sonic on a video game character. That man slid in there. I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
I was like, man, I wish y'all just go ahead and let this thing unfold so I don't have to stay up this late. and they just let it drag on, man. It was so comical because I'm like, oh, here it comes. And then they just showed this despondent Brock Purdy on the sideline, and that's the worst, man. It's like when you're just seeing something unfold and you have no power at all to do anything about it. Right? And that's where Brock was at. Like, you can see all the players on offense for the 49ers on the sideline just, like, looking like somebody stole their bike. Yeah. And it's like, man, this thing is real. And I'm like,
the angry looks.
I told y'all this was going this place. And so that was good.
That being said, hey, congratulations to the Chiefs. Congratulations to the Chiefs fans.
Yeah.
Show year, baby. Good job.
Hey, and because the Chiefs fans love a celebration, right? Here's the deal. The Chiefs gave you 2 days to get prepared. I'm giving you a lot longer. Easter is in March. I need you to be ready for the celebration, right? I need you to be there because y'all love a good time.
Coming up.
So look at here. I ain't going to be nowhere near them crowds for the parade, but I need you at Easter service. I need you there. I need you there.
We'll see it at the intersection.
At the intersection, right? But here's the deal. Can we talk about halftime?
Can we talk about halftime? I kind of want to go to the commercials first.
Okay.
Because I want to save that halftime. Okay. Boy, there's so much to hit there. Okay. Favorite commercial on 3. The favorite commercial on 3. 1, 2, 3. Beyonce. No script. Here's the
deal. I'm not even a Beyonce fan. Bro, I know y'all about to come at me. I'm not like a Taylor Swift or Beyonce fan.
Protect you from the bees.
The high and the Swifties. I'm not a fan, really, of either one of them. Like of Destiny's Baby, of Beyonce, of Taylor Swift. None of I like excellence, and they are entertainers. They're great entertainers. It's just not my music. It's just not me, right? And so that's cool though. But I can respect that they do whatever they do at a high level.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they perform well. But that commercial went in.
Bro, it was fire. It was so good.
That commercial went in.
I think my wife went to the bathroom and I was like, "Babe, you just missed the best commercial of the whole Super Bowl." She was like, "What?" Now, I tried to describe it for her. She was like, she told the kids, "Hey, shut up." When I was just describing the commercial. She was like, "Hey, shut up." Yeah. And then she did what? Beyonce of the United States. Oh, bro, I was like, it was creative.
She dropped
it was
new
fun.
Music
it was funny.
On Super Bowl.
She dropped new music on Super Bowl. Who does
that?
I was like, that was genius, man. Like, you want to salute yourself as an icon. It's like, hey, y'all don't have to put me in a halftime show because I'm going to get this free album release commercial drop on Super Bowl Sunday.
For me, a close second, though.
Okay.
Was the Dunkin' Donuts with Ben Affleck and Tom Brady.
That was pretty good.
Man, I was like, man, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
I did like the Dunkin' Donuts. What else? Oh, yeah, everybody finding out that they've been pronouncing Temu wrong. Everybody found it out. It was like that Temu commercial came on. They're like, Temu. Everybody's like, looking at the app and shaking their head. Temu.
Now, how were people pronouncing it?
Temu, like normal people. Like we all been saying Temu. We all been saying Temu since we first thought we were getting over on the Chinese government. We've all been saying Temu. That's what we've been doing. And everyone I've heard talk about it was Temu.
I ain't giving them people my information. I ain't signing.
No, I didn't buy nothing either. Yeah. But hey, my kids be shopping on Temu. I had a call. I was like, hey. I was talking to my wife. I was like, hey, who unlocked this? Like, how they got Temu? These kids ain't even got Facebook. How they got Temu?
No.
But yeah, they be shopping on there. But I guess people be picking up stuff, and it's been high quality. But when they started talking about $2 switches, I was like, no, this is the devil. That's the devil. That is the devil trying to tempt me. I don't want it. I'm not turning no rocks into bread. I'm not doing it.
Man, that switch gonna switch you.
Yeah, all right, that's a problem.
$2 switch.
You gonna have a government show up at your house. But the Temu commercial was pretty good. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. And then Verizon Wireless did a commercial talking about how great their home internet is.
No.
Or no, I'm sorry. T-Mobile
Beyonce was
Verizon. You're right. You're right.
T-Maybe.
See, I had to block some things out of my mind. T-Mobile took and did a commercial. They had Jason. I was like watching this commercial. I was like, T-Mobile. If y'all don't know, I got a history with T-Mobile, and it's not positive. The streets will rain with blood. But anyway, I was upset. And so I'm watching, and I was like, oh, they got the dudes from Scrubs on there singing. I was like, ah. And it was singing, and then like Jason Momoa come up in there, come in there singing like Usher. I was like, so y'all had to put this much money in to get people to buy that hot butter garbage internet y'all got.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
I was like, don't let it fool you. This is garbage, man. Like, this is garbage.
Oh, man.
So I had to get online. I had to go download. I don't even have a Facebook app. I had to go download the app so I can make the post quicker to make sure that people knew. Don't go get T-Mobile internet. It's trash. If I had it right now, I wouldn't even be able to watch my own podcast episodes. Like, it's trash. So that's all I'm going to say about that, though.
Oh, man.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
I knew when I saw that commercial, I'm like, I know he about to go in.
I was so hot.
I know he about to go in.
I was so hot. I'm like, why y'all going to do this to all these people? All these good people. They just want to watch football.
Hey,
they just want to watch
somebody
football.
tried to recommend, I was like, man, I'm tired of paying what I'm paying for internet, and they tried to recommend that particular company. I'm not going to mention their name, because if y'all come after him, y'all know his name. My name is different. I ain't so. But I was like, no, I can't have. I drive a older car. I got a 2008 Nissan Titan, and with roll-up windows, no factory cruise control on this piece, right?
He got to remind me to lock the door every time we get in. He's like, hey, just hit that.
I'm still doing that reach across to unlock doors, no power locks.
Right.
And so I was like, hey, I really can't deal with too many broke down things in my life. And so I cannot go with them for internet service.
Don't do it.
No.
All right. Halfway through, it's time to talk about halftime.
Woo!
I know what y'all came for. Same reason y'all turned on the big game.
See, no, but here's the deal. Here's the draw for me. Okay. Here is the draw for me.
Set it up.
See, one, you got to know the big game has this place in my heart because for me, it has always been a connector. Yeah. When I was in college, there's a time that I had some friends who their parents would have a group of us out every year for the big game. Nice. And then when I got my first home, like it was just something. I used to host this block party every year, and that's how I got to meet my neighbors, and I would barbecue all night. It was always a connector for me. And so it's just always been one of those things, and I've looked forward to it for that. Really, the connection with people has been special. But, and this is wrong. I know this is wrong as I'm about to say this. I'm interested in the big game, like the halftime show every year, not just because of who's performing, but to see how people are going to find a reason to be outraged over. And so I'm just like, what is it this year? And I'm like, let me see, can I predict what's going to outrage them?
Yes.
And so
did you hit it this year?
Oh, I was on it.
You got it.
I predicted that thing. What I didn't predict, let me go back to commercials real quick. What I didn't predict was that the evangelicals, the evangelical industrial complex, I didn't know they would go so irate about the He Gets Us commercials when this was the second year that they spent all this money. I said all this beforehand, and I'm like, it's not even about the commercial. I'm like, hey, at this point, these things have been out there for several years. You can make the best of this. But people, that's how little they had to talk about was that they got irate over 2-year-old commercials, which I don't understand.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm like, I just feel like sometimes Christians just look for reasons to be mad and hate everybody. And I'm like, we got to stop doing that. And I'm like,
it's sunny outside. Leave your umbrellas at home.
Certain things were going to populate my Facebook feed and my Twitter feed from certain sectors of just madness. And because the game was so boring the first half that like I knew they were looking for a reason to be mad. And so they was like, washing feet? Who washes feet? Why would you ever wash feet? Why, people smiling? Why would you smile at folks? Don't you know we just frown around these pieces? I dare you smile on a commercial and pay millions of dollars to do it for 15 seconds. Why would you ever do that? That ain't Christ-like. Whip them, turn over tables, get mad at folks. And I'm like, why are y'all? I'm like, y'all find reasons to be mad. Like, the communion juice turned the wine over the month. Get angry. And I'm like, man, we gotta stop this. That's how we sound.
It is crazy, bro.
But I knew, and then we're gonna go back and examine the whole deal.
Yeah.
When Luda came on stage and I saw that stripper pole, I said, oh, it is over.
Bro, I didn't even see the stripper pole. It was there for that short of amount of time.
Last year, there was something that happened with Rihanna that I didn't even see.
It was a baby. That's what happened.
But yeah, they got mad at Rihanna for singing while pregnant last year. Yeah. They got mad at Rihanna for singing while pregnant. No, only Mary with the Magnificent can do that.
They ain't got no love for the unborn, putting them through that show, that type of debacle.
What kind of mother are you? So, I knew when I saw that, I said, don't you remember the outrage of Miley Cyrus singing on the award show when she was standing on this ice cream cart and the ice cream cart was to move on stage while she was singing Party in the USA.
Yeah.
And so she needed something to hold on to, so they put a pole on top of the ice cream cart so she can hold on to it where she wouldn't fall while they're moving this prop. And people were like, it's a stripper pole. And it was like, no. No, folks. It's a moving prop. Yeah. She didn't want to fall over her head.
She don't want to die for you.
She wanted to party in the USA, not get a brain injury in the USA. And so when Luda came on, even though it was like, in the cameraman, they were like, the NFL was like, oh no, we can't stay on that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They were like, it was like a flash. It was quick. But I was like, oh, here it comes. And you're going to see stop screen captures over and over of that.
Fire rain down on the internets, on the streets of the webs.
I was like, fam, I started the post and I stopped. Because I knew people were going to talk about Usher with his shirt off. But who would have put in money on DraftKings to say that Usher was going to have less pelvic thrust than Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones? Still, as much as people wanted to get about Bruno Mars, about all this other stuff, the Rolling Stones pelvic thrust themselves into space the year that they did the Super Bowl. And everybody's like, man, that was great. It was great. No evangelical mad at it. So there's a whole deal. Now, what was the deal with both Usher and Alicia Keys starting off flat?
Bro, yeah, as a musician, here's what I want to say. For one, the show was amazing. I've actually rewatched pieces of the show, even better than I noticed when I was trying to make my waffles because my kids ate all the wings during the show. But it was amazing. The musical choices, even Usher showing a little bit of his age. It was like he didn't hit all the high notes in the beginning so that he could hit the with the superstar and different things. He did some stuff. Now I'm getting there. He made some great choices, some great vocal choices. I was impressed. That being said, Alicia Keys comes out, misses the note so much that YouTube has
on falling flat.
YouTube edited it. Like now, if you go back and watch the show, it's actually edited. They auto-tuned her voice on the recording.
Why did they try to sing live? Why did they try to sing live? Why didn't they lip sync? Hey, you can't tell me they don't know how to lip sync.
No, that is dope musicianship because those are good performers. That's why. Usher showed he still had it. Hey, listen. We be talking about in these pictures, all these women getting all these augmentations and people like editing and people having this unrealistic standard. They gave us a real look at what real musicians, actual living, breathing human beings, not created by AI to do amazing things, but real people can do under pressure with training. That was a fantastic performance. In a real world of performances.
Are you finished?
No, the sentence is going ellipses. In a real world of performances, no one would be, if it was not recorded the way it was, no one would be remembering that note, which is why they edited it, and I support it. Those were amazing performances.
Did you know that American cheese is not really cheese? It's a cheese product.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it still makes the best grilled cheese, and it melts best on burgers.
Yeah.
And I'm a foodie, and you can still use it on my burger. I still like McDonald's chicken nuggets, even though I know
Sweet and sour only, but yeah.
you're right on that.
Yeah,
you're right on that. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's probably not real chicken.
Okay. Yeah, it's not.
Sometimes the fake is better than the real. And what I needed, I needed them to not be flat. I needed them to come out and not do that. I needed them to do this when we were all pulling for y'all. No. See, we were all pulling for you. And so, like it was like key moments where like that boy was not singing at all, but he was popping. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Him on them skates, I was like, man, fire. And I knew that boy came out there. He came out there with that bath towel draped around his body with a clothespin up here. And y'all were like, look at Usher. Look, I'm like, fam, any of the rest of us would have wore that, would have looked like Baby New Year. And I'm like, this boy got this daggone bath towel around him. And I know he only has it so he can take his shirt off. We all knew this.
We knew.
We all knew this, that he only had this so he could easily unclasp this thing to take his shirt off.
Yeah, he knew we knew. That's
man,
what
I was like,
for.
what's the over-under on 5 minutes for this man show his chest?
That was the preview. And he took a little bit. He took longer than I thought to get his shirt off. That was some great restraint. So,
good
but no, I can't agree with the vocals, man. I thought they did a great job. Their harmonies was on point. That's hard to do live. Millions of people there watching you.
I'm tell you
man,
something.
they did. That's real music. Take notes. And they showed us how to recover.
When Miss Key said, "Oh," it was more than one reason why we were all saying, "Oh."
Yeah, that was rough. That first note was rough, but then she pulled it out. And I was like, it made me have more appreciation. And then Usher hit all his high notes later because that like first song was like,
stuff was so fly.
When I told her, like I was like,
the costumes were so fly. The piano was fly. The
crazy
dress covering the whole stadium.
The spawn suit,
and it was just
spawn cape.
Yeah,
that was fine.
Man,
fine.
But it brought back so many memories, man. Where I knew like I could still see myself in my old Dodge Grand Caravan jamming at Confessions Part 2.
Oh, man. Take me already.
Come on. Like, man, look at here.
So good.
So it was one of those things that you can still get into. I'm gonna tell you something, right? When you go to see an old school R&B artist, you know they can't still pull that thing like they used to, but you enjoy it because of the music. You still get into it. And that's where I was at. And I didn't even realize that Usher held kind of that place with me. Because like you're like, oh man, this catalog is, and I got more
that appreciation.
And I was like, I have more of his music than I thought I had.
Yeah.
As is, and then he still has stuff in the bag that he didn't even pull out.
No, he got current hits right. He got hits now.
I can't tell you about that.
Like I can because we also supposed to try and see who me and my wife could predict which songs will be on the list, and I predicted about 80%. But yeah, he didn't even pull on any of his current hits, and he's got old ones in the bag that he didn't get into.
You see these gray hairs right here in my goatee? It means that I can't buy any music that's newer than like.
Yeah, I got one.
2005, something like that. I'm just kind of in that age range now where I'm like.
I respect it, but he's still getting it. I was impressed. All the guests, I love that. Love seeing my boy Luda there, even though he in the Illuminati now apparently.
I was like, oh man, her, and I knew that she could play the guitar.
Her and killed that. That was
and I like her music too, man.
Yeah. Your man, CeeLo. I mean,
I thought that was CeeLo too. I was like, what's CeeLo? I said, when did Usher and CeeLo have a?
They were like, what's all?
I'm gonna tell you something. This boy out here in these Easter socks, and I'm like, what? Why didn't anybody talk to Jermaine Dupri?
My man on his knickerbockers.
But also, did you see Lil Jon looking down at Usher? When he walked back, I'm like, is Lil Jon seriously taller than Usher?
Yo, when he did Turn Down for What, to give him a chance to like reset the set pieces, I was like, Oh, that was nice, bro. I thought they were gonna do Lovers and Friends. I thought they were gonna do Lovers and Friends. They just kept it with Yeah. But like that was a treat, man. And I think Usher kind of cemented himself as one of the greatest with all the stuff, all the people he was able to pull in, all the things he was able to do. Still had some. It was real. It was real and raw. But it was real vocals.
And they stayed true to
dancing.
They stayed true to the A.
Yeah, and they started wilding at the end. I was like,
they did.
Come on, you know in the hood they wilding.
They wild. Because everybody beautiful. Like, so now, here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. And we're gonna get ready to end here.
Yeah.
All right, so we've had kind of New York. We had the West Coast, which I don't know, man, it's gonna be so hard to top with Dre and Kendrick Lamar and Mary J. Like, it's just gonna be Snoop. It's gonna be hard.
I'll put the Usher show over that. I'm gonna be honest. I'll put the Usher show over that. But we can move on. It's all right. Yeah. We got to get to the intersection.
So we've had that. Andre, no flute. I need you.
Stop, man.
I need Chameleonaire.
Stop. Oh, okay.
I need Paul Wall. I need whoever ain't dead out of the Rickshaw family, ESG. I need my third coast people to come through. NFL, I need you to let
Andre is
Atlanta
we
South.
Just had that. We just had the South.
No. Well, that is true. Andre
Lil John,
that is
Usher,
true. That is true.
Chris,
but you know,
we just had the South.
I still feel like that's a little different. I need some Houston.
See, this is what I wanted. No, some Houston, yeah. Which I'm trying to figure out where Andre fits
I don't know,
into
but
this. And that's just hope. It's never gonna happen, bro. Like Jesus is gonna come back before Andre rap again. But that ain't happening. That's just don't do that to our people. Don't do that to the people. Forget that. Edit that out. But like I would like to see like if we did the South, like a real South Kings, I'd like to see T.I. in there. I like to see like T.I. bring Ludacris back. I can see something like that, kind of going that route.
They ain't gonna let A-Ball and MJG.
I would love to do Houston. I'd love to see Houston do its thing.
So we'll see. That's who we're looking at. I don't really know who else I really want to see on Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll watch, like you said, because it's an opportunity to connect with neighbors, family, friends. That's what I watch.
Here's who can put on the show, though.
Who?
John Mayer.
I feel like you talk about John Mayer like every episode, bro.
John Mayer could put on the show. I'm just thinking when he pulls in, because he would pull in Taylor Swift. And we ain't had Taylor on there.
That's true.
He would pull in Taylor Swift. And I think with the musicianship and stuff, he could do it. So, who else? Let us know in the comments who you want to see on the Super Bowl halftime show. Please, no Jonas Brothers.
We'll see y'all next time in the intersection.